Welcome back to another cheapo multimeter review. Yes, it is cheapo time again in the nation. Here we go. Today we're looking at the all-new Richmeters RM406B. This is one cool multimeter. Let's take a look. Big thank you to Richmeters for sending out the RM406B for this review. I have been waiting for this meter for a while and glad it shipped the other day. Wow, excited about this one. This is all new from Richmeters, as I mentioned. It's a 10,000 count true RMS, and it does things a little bit differently. You'll see what I'm talking about in a minute. What do you get in the box? Well, you're looking at it. Here you get those test leads and a small, but nonetheless decent, aka verbose user manual. Now, this is a pretty cool multimeter. It does things a little bit differently. Richmeters is definitely taking things up a notch. It has a really nice feel in the hand. It's definitely got some heft to it. Good weighty feel. This thing is definitely not going to get blown around in the wind. I like the overall solidity that it portrays. The rubber boot itself, very nice, solid, and does not have any cheapness to it at all. Feels like a quality instrument. That selector switch, nice clackety clack, excellent. On the back you can see we've got the two prong holders for the test leads and that universal tilt stand, nice and wide, and it holds it in place. No worries about that. At the top we've got the NCV extrusion or protrusion, and we have our flashlight because yes, of course, this is also a flashlight. If we take a look at the size, I've got the Habotest HT118A. Wow, that is one awesome multimeter. Up against the 406B here for a general overall look size-wise, and you can tell they're pretty well the same. Perhaps maybe about 1/4 of an inch larger, the Habotest, but really one and the same. And if we look at the size, once again, yeah, they are basically identical. So if you already have the Habotest, you're pretty well looking at the same overall impression size-wise. Now, in terms of weight, once again, believe it or not, the Richmeters is definitely about 30% heavier than the Habotest. And the Habotest is not a light meter, so yeah, definitely heavy. Okay, this weight thing was really bothering me. I don't normally do this in the reviews, but I'm gonna weigh these two meters because this just feels a little bit heavier, but maybe it's not as much as I think. Let's be scientific. Science schmience. Starting off with the Habotest 118A, and we are looking at 363 grams. Okay, next up the 406B from Richmeters. Here we go, 365. So basically they are the same. Oh my goodness, maybe a 1% difference, like nada. So interesting. Taking a closer look at that selector switch, starting in the midnight or off position. Live mode. Maximum 750 volts AC. Maximum 1000 volts DC. Milliamp mode, up to 600 milliamps. High current mode, 10 amps. Low current mode, up to 600 milliamps. Battery load test, 1.5 volts. Battery load test at 9 volts. A speaker test from 2 kHz to 2.7 kHz. Capacitance up to 10 millifarad or 10,000 microfarad. Resistance up to 100 megaohm. Continuity and diode. Finally, NCV or non-contact voltage. The top left, we've got the select feature button as well as the hold in the middle. Now this is a standard touch hold. On the far right, we have the flash. Finally, the VFC or variable frequency control button on the bottom right. Okay, I'm gonna lose this protective covering on the display so we can look at just how gorgeous it is. Alrighty. Okay, we're gonna turn it on for the first time. Take a look at that screen. Absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Yeah, definitely Richmeters went all out with this one. I am very impressed. Now, when you look at the screen, what do you notice right away? Well, first of all, you've got that bar graph at the top instead of the bottom where we see it commonly on a lot of other multimeters, both cheapos and expensive ones. So on the top, I think visually at least, it's a little more easier on the eye when you're taking a reading. Now as well, we've got the temperature mode right in the open. So 23.7 degrees Celsius in the lab right now. And I am on continuity diode, and that is the display coming up over here. This is the auto power off feature is presently enabled. That's what's showing up. Now if I hit the select button once, you can see it gives us relative humidity, 57% right now in the lab. Very nice. You definitely don't get that on most multimeters. As well, you've got a little raindrop style icon or a water icon. I can get in a little bit closer. Yeah, so it's telling us now we're looking at humidity. Press that select button one more time, and we are back into temperature mode, and it's got a little thermometer. So gorgeous display, and yeah, really like it. Oh, it's so nice. We're seeing these inverted LCD displays more and more on multimeters, but I have to say the bar and the lighting overall on this 406B is absolutely outstanding. Remember, this is a non-auto-ranging multimeter, although there is a auto-ranging capacitance mode. As you can see, we have one select for that. Other than that, you're going to have to choose your selections manually, but that's not always a bad thing. At least that's what my grandmother used to say. We're going to start things off with our precision voltage reference, and let's insert those test leads and see how accurate 406B is. These test leads, if you'll notice, they have a really long protruding tip. Definitely longer than your average test lead. And not a bad thing, actually. I kind of like it. And they are super, super sharp. Yeah, overall, very, very nice quality test lead. They are rated at 10 amps max. I'm not getting any sort of a verbose output on the lead wire itself in terms of a gauge rating, but generally speaking, nice. 250 millivolts is the magic number we want to see, and we are so close. 250.1 millivolts. 2.50 volts is what we want to see, and look at that, spot on. AC mode is next. We're looking at 120.1 volts, 120.2 volts, spot on. And as you can see with that dual display at the top, we have our frequency readout at 60 hertz. Now we're also in variable frequency control mode at the bottom here. I will give it a press. You see we're now in VFC, and basically what happens here, it's going to apply a low pass filter, and it's going to use that to measure the voltage of a variable frequency speed drive. Now I'm not going to do that today, but it is a really nice LED feature. Mode is next. First we're going to start with a standard diode, and we'll just see if we have any issues with that. And suffice to say, it is all good, measuring the forward voltage drop. Next up is LED light emitting diodes. Here we go, starting off with the green LED. Gotta say, I really like these probes. That extra length really comes in handy. All right, so it is lighting it up barely, but we're not getting a forward voltage drop on the display. Same thing with the yellow, lights it up, but no indicator. Let's move over to the red. Same idea, lit, but no indicator. Over to the blue. Blue, no, not lighting it up, unfortunately. And with the white, it is the same thing. So a little disappointing with the LED testing. Lit up 3 out of the 5, but no visual indicator for that forward voltage drop. It's too bad. Diode output voltage on the Richmeters is 406B, 2.3 volts. So yeah, too bad it wasn't a little higher, at least 3 volts. That's the reason why we had such a poor showing in the diode mode. Too bad. Resistance mode is next. This does up to 100 mega ohm, which we will soon find out. We're going to start off on the small side with a 0.5 ohm resistor. Remember, this is non-auto ranging, so we have to make sure we are in the correct setting. And here we go. 0.5 ohm. Showing up as 0.7. Now let's check out the leads, see if we have any resistance on them. So yeah, about 0.3. Now we do not have a REL feature with the 406, unfortunately. So we're gonna have to do a little math when we do tests. And I'm gonna say take off 0.2, 0.3 of an ohm. We'll try that again. So if we take off that 0.3, we are definitely... Next up is a 100 mega ohm resistor, and it is not able to read it. It should just have that 100. I brought in the Red Dragon, the HC9205, which I reviewed about a year ago. And yeah, that one is no problem measuring this Vichy 100 mega ohm resistor. So, too bad on the Richmeter side. Capacitance mode is next. We've got a 10 millifarad capacitor here. Remember, the maximum for Richmeters 406B is 10 millifarad as well. All right, here we go, right to the limit. And it is thinking, and wow, that was fast. 9.386 millifarad. Good stuff. Next up, we've got a 4.3 nanofarad cap here. An oldie but a goodie. Here we go. 4.1 nanofarad works for me. Continuity mode is next. I've got the stock probes locked and loaded, ready to go. Now with this meter, basically when you switch it to the diode / continuity setting, that's it, that's all. There's no utilization of that select switch. You're basically in continuity and diode the whole time. Here we go. So a pretty nice visual indicator. A little slow. Well, I shouldn't say slow, it just doesn't latch all the time. It is latched. I'm gonna give that about a 6.5 out of 10. Roadmasters, baby, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Wow, what a difference. Loud, latched, locked, and loaded. 9.5 out of 10. Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. 61.3 decibels is the maximum output in continuity mode. Live mode is next. I've got the red input into the red input jack. And here we go. Live, it says. Is it a live line? Yes, it is. Lighten up with those nice Christmas colors. Bada boom, bada bing, bada bang. It is definitely hot. Now, another feature with this meter as well is the fact that it is supposed to have a fuse blown indicator, and we're going to test that out. Yeah, we're going to go over the maximum just for you guys. All right, we are sitting at around 170, 180 milliamps right now. No worries there. Let's start bringing it up. Remember, we have a 600 milliamp threshold sitting at around 540 milliamps right now. So far, so good. Let's go a little more over that threshold, 650. Hey, still going strong. 750. What is up with that? Hey, we are still good to go. As you can see, we do only have a maximum of 600 milliamps. But no, you tell that to Mr. Richmeters here because we're still going strong. Alrighty, up and away. 800 milliamps. Wow, 900 milliamps. Now we are finally over. Gonna go over a little bit more. And we're just over 1 amp. 1 amp. Wow. Did we blow anything? Let's see what it has in terms of input protection. But, yeah. Oh, okay. Let's just see what's going on now. We're not getting anything. Perhaps we did blow a fuse, but we should be seeing a broken fuse if we did. And I'm not getting that that indicator. Let's take it up again, 400 milliamps. No, 470. So it looks like we may have blown a fuse. And once again, we're not getting that input. There should be an annunciator on this display saying that we have a blown fuse. What's up, Richmeters? Come on. All right. Alrighty, so we do have that blown fuse indicator. It just took a while to kick in. But let's see, I'll just try moving that dial. And yeah, that's what basically happens. So it took a while to kick in, but it's letting us know that that milliamp fuse is blown. High voltage mode is next, that's right. Put on the safety goggles, 1000 volts DC coming your way. All that stands between it is us and Mr. RM406B from Richmeters. Here we go, 3, 2, 1. Hitting 1000 volts, almost 990. Boom! There we go. High voltage alarm indicator, and looks good. Bring it back down. Okay. Take it up one more time. 900, 1000 volts. Good to go. Next up, a quick voltage test between the Capacitance 118A, the Richmeters RM406B. Now, I think these two meters for 2019 have two of the best displays in the cheapo arena. By far, they are both unique in their own right, but certainly both are extremely easy on the eyes. Two different styles of bar graph. Here we have the more common bar graph scale located at the bottom. Underneath the digits here on the Richmeters, obviously we have the kind of nouveau style, that almost chronograph style at the top. I think they both look great. You be the judge of what you prefer. Starting off at 2 volts. Here we go. Take it up to 12 volts right away. Boom, bada bing. 11.98 on the Capacitance, 11.96 for the Richmeters. Let's bring that up to 13 volts even. 12.98 versus 12.96. Up to 20 volts, spot on. 19.97 for the Capacitance, 19.96 for the Richmeters. Up and away we go. We're going to max this out at 31 volts even. 30.97 for the Capacitance, 30.91 for the RM406B. Pretty close to call. I'd say too close to call. Let's take a look at those bar graph scales as well. I'm going to start cycling the voltage, and we'll see if one is quicker than the other. So up and down from about 0 to 25, 30 volts. And what do you think? Is there one that stands out? I think, once again, it's pretty close to call. Yeah, I think it's even Steven here. Good stuff. So one of the neat features about the RM406B is the input jack alarm. That's right, if you have your jacks in the wrong inputs, you will be notified. Now, you don't have that visual indicator that you would normally see on some of the other meters. It is an audible alarm, but as you can see, it is quite effective. Let's try it out. So right now we are sitting in milliamp mode. I'm going to switch that dial to the amp mode, the high current mode, and I should theoretically have my input over here in the high current input. But I'm going to leave it in the milliamp, microamp, and let's hear what happens. That's what happens. Loud and verbose. It's letting you know this is a no can do. So we're going to take out that input, put it where it should be. Good to go. Next up, it is NCV, or non-contact voltage detection. Here we go. NCV is live and active. And you can see right now we have a green, which means it is the lowest amount of sensitivity. Definitely it is finding it, no problem. Let's try this light. Oh yeah, now we can see we are in high mode. Good stuff. Alrighty, it is teardown time. We have one small Phillips to take off that battery housing, and there is our 2 double A's in all their glory. Let's just take out those AA batteries, shall we? There we go. And there was 4 Phillips on the outside altogether. This should just pop off. Easier said than done. Alrighty, that took a little bit of effort, but it pays off. Taking a look at the inside, first of all. Yeah, boo, no shielding. Here's that bad fuse that was blown. My fault. Just double check it, do a quick continuity, and yeah, it is definitely dead. I'm going to replace this with a different one. This is rated at 600 milliamp, 250 volt. So I'm going to go ahead and put in a 800 milliamp, 1000 volt fuse. Let's just check that one. Yeah, that one's good to go. Starting off with the input jacks, we have that nice, rather good-looking dual-layered metallic filament on all of the inputs, not that single scrawny prong that you see on a lot of the other cheapos. Good stuff as well. You're getting reinforced by the back of the chassis for added strength, so no worries as far as the input jacks go. On the current side, if we take a look, we can see the normal style current shunt has been replaced right here, and it's been replaced with a current sensing resistor, also known as a shunt resistor. That's becoming more and more common on a lot of these cheapo style multimeters. On the current side of things, we have a 10 amp, 250 volt ceramic fuse, as well as a couple of high voltage resistors over here. On the milliamp side, we have our newly installed 800 milliamp ceramic style fuse that replaced the 600 milliamp that was residing previously. And finally, on the voltage side, we have 2 PTCs. Interesting, in the middle we have what looks like a Ferris wheel of resistors, SMD resistors, and a little on the unusual side, but nonetheless, there it is. Here we have the battery contacts as well as a diode for reverse polarity protection. Moving down the line, we have the main IC, which is cobbed, and above that we've got the display driver / LCD controller right here. This is a Holtec HT1621B. At the very top, we've got the LED for the flashlight, and over to the left, look at that. Wow, I'm loving it. That is our NCV, non-contact voltage detection, metallic filament sticking right out of the PCB. So once again, we've got the on the housing, we have that protrusion coming up, and it is not just for looks, it's actually being utilized because of the length of that filament. That's definitely going to give us a better NCV detection in the long run, and I like it. As well, we've got that humidity sensor up at the top left. That is what is giving us our relative humidity indicator. The ridges on the circumference of the multimeter itself are nicely done, and we do have some blast protection as well. Overall, I'm liking what I see. I'm going to put it all back together and come back with, you got it, my closing thoughts. Closing thoughts on the Richmeters RM406B. Hey, you know I like this one. I like it a lot. This is one awesome new cheapo multi. It's sleek, it's felt, it looks oh so cool, and wow, look at that display. That inverted LCD is nothing to sneeze at. Yeah, it's not an auto-ranging meter, but dang it, it is pretty darn cool. You've got everything here. You've got a good set of ranges, 100 mega ohm, a 10 millifarad, and the list goes on. Some neat new stuff as well. And don't forget, guys, this is in the cheapo realm. This is retailing for around 30 to 35 Canadian, about 25 bucks. You're in the market for a new cheapo, definitely put this one on your short list. The Richmeters RM406B gets a solid 4 out of 5 stars. Thanks for watching this review, everybody. Stay tuned because I'm going to do the draw with my beautiful wife for the winners of that whole peak multimeter and those Japanese precision screwdrivers coming right up after the video. Thanks for watching. Till the next one, keep on testing. All right, it is the giveaway time, as everybody knows. I'm going to start off with the runner-up. Here we go. My beautiful wife, Olenka, is going to do the draw.
You just twist
Yeah, twist them, mess them.
Twist, okay. And then just pick
Pull one out, pull one out.
Pull one out, okay.
All right,
Okay.
and read the name,
First?
read the name.
Oh, oy.
This is for the runner-up for that cool Japanese precision screwdriver. Goes to
To Jose Roberto?
Jose Ribeiro.
Roberto, sorry.
Yeah, R-I-B-E-I-R-O. Jose, please leave me your
Special probably, huh?
leave me your address in the YouTube comments, either in this video or the other one. Congrats. Awesome. Now for the main prize draw giveaway.
Oh.
Yes, there's 2.
Okay.
The main giveaway coming up for the BT meter, BT770S. Here we go.
It goes, and it's going
to Yambo 59. All right. Alrighty. Congratulations, Yambo. You have got a new BT meter coming your way. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Catch you next time.
Texting.
Keep on texting. That's what my Ukrainian wife says.